Gas pump, grocery stores, even postal services have all been impacted by inflation in some way. But what about local businesses, the places where you shop or maybe you eat around town? Maybe you've noticed that some of their prices have also jumped a little bit. But Christina, these price hikes are helping businesses stay afloat too.
Jolena, that's absolutely right. The same way customers are being affected by inflation, so are those business owners, especially those running local, smaller businesses.
Gas, groceries, all being affected by inflation. And businesses are also taking the hit. Mainly our local, smaller businesses having to really work twice as hard right now.
So it's really affecting the small employer, the mom and pop operations in restaurants. The cost of their food has increased. The cost of working with their employees is increasing. You know, they have the increased gasoline cost. So all of that is translating into lower margins for them. So they must pass this cost on to their consumers. So it's going to cost you more to have lunch at a local restaurant as well as with the national chains.
Store owners rising prices you see on clothes, and restaurants having to increase their menu items just to stay afloat.
Merchants have to pass on their increased cost to the consumers. And that's why we're seeing an increase in every single thing you buy.
And just because the prices have gone up doesn't necessarily mean they're bringing in more money for themselves.
Increased costs, that doesn't mean that the merchant is making more money. They're probably making less because they're having to pay for everything, pay a higher cost for everything that they're serving to you.
Studies show that for small businesses to deal with inflation, 67% of them have raised prices, and nearly half have had to decrease their staff. With most of them still bouncing back from the pandemic, now inflation is what they have to battle.
There's no policy or magic switch to fix this. Only time can bring the supply levels back up. The thing that will happen is as prices go up, eventually they will destroy demand. And so that will help the equation as well.
And small businesses of all sizes are being impacted. 44% working in manufacturing, 35% in service, 32% in retail all say inflation is one of the biggest challenges they're dealing with as a small business.